Hello, and welcome once again to the Talk of the Terrace podcast with me, your host, Michael McPhail, and I'm joined as always by my co-host and good friend, Harvey Carter Hill. Harvey, how are you doing this week?
Mate, I'm good. I'm a little bit tired. 5 days in a row, 12-hour shifts. Not used to that. I must say, not used to doing any work really. But yeah, no, it's been good. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, I'm feeling good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Helped get through the day, did it? Thinking of the podcast, doing the pod for the
Yeah,
guys and the gals.
yeah. Do you know what? There was a couple of things that were getting me through today. And one was this podcast, obviously. But a couple of days ago, I thought I'd nip to the shop, get myself some chocolate, just to boost my energy levels for
Oh
this
no, I know where
podcast.
this is going.
And you know when dogs have done something wrong and they won't look at you, will they? They won't look at you. They'll just
Yeah.
sort of cower in a corner. And that was exactly like my wife when I got
Yep.
in today because she'd eaten my chocolate.
Oh,
So yeah,
my
she
days.
didn't want to look at me, but yeah,
Oh, no.
it'll be.
Yeah.
She went out today as well. Unbelievable. She ate
I
my
didn't get
chocolate.
herself any chocolate. The same happens
No
to
replacement.
me.
No
Same happens to
replacement.
me with my
Nothing.
missus. We got sent a
Yeah.
beautiful Easter card from her sister and her partner. Shout out to Lauren and Ben. They sent us some chocolate with an Easter card. They're great. And I was there to see the card and the chocolate be open, so I knew we had chocolate in the house. So I made sure I made sure I got some today. I made sure I got some because otherwise, the amount of times I'm like, babe, I'm pretty sure I saw some Freddos in the cupboard the other day. And she goes, oh, yeah, I ate them. And I was like, oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
My mum got
Yeah.
us both an
Yeah,
Easter
thanks.
egg about a month ago, and I saw half of one of them. So,
Just saw
yeah.
it. Didn't get to eat it.
No, I
Just
got
saw
to
it.
eat half of it, but I didn't see the
Ah,
other
okay.
one and a half. And one of them was a Maltesers. Didn't get to touch the bag of Maltesers. So, yeah.
Ah, okay.
But
Yeah.
to be fair,
Yeah.
I'm not a big chocolate person. So,
No, I
anyway,
mean it was going to be a nice treat, but yeah,
was going to
onto the
be.
old,
But you've got 10
onto the
days
old.
off now. So,
Yeah,
buzzing.
that is true. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. My
Let's
birthday
get
on
straight
Saturday.
into the
Good stuff.
podcast. And first things first, before we get into the main topic, obviously we did do a giveaway with our friends over at Surprise Shirts. The winner has been announced. It's on Twitter, but be sure to keep an eye on our Twitter. There's going to be more giveaways and more promotions over there. It's going to be great.
There's a big one coming up, I must say. Big one.
Fingers
Exciting.
crossed.
Exciting
Yeah,
for this next one.
Exciting
Yeah.
things. Anyway, the main topic this week we are going to be talking about is the Champions League and who we both think is going to win it. But before we go into that, there's been some news in the past few days, obviously, that Sergio Aguero is going to be leaving Manchester City. Now, Harv, I've got a question to ask you. Who do you think is the greatest all-time Premier League striker? Obviously, I know who
Thierry
you're going
Henry.
to say. You're going to say
Thierry
Thierry Henry,
Henry.
but
Yeah.
the stats for Aguero are just incredible, right? I mean,
Impressive. Yeah, so
the
good.
all-time top scorer, Alan Shearer, he's got a goals per minute ratio of 146.9 minutes per goal. Then you've got the likes of Kane and Henry in the mid 120, so mid like 124 for Kane, I think it is, and 122 for Henry. Sergio Aguero trumps all of these with 108 minutes per goal. That's insane. You're looking at.
It's impressive. Yeah.
I mean, if he played for Manchester United, that's a goal a game with Fergie time. 108 minutes. That's like.
Yeah, probably two. But yeah, no, that's it's impressive. I must like to just put out there though. I'm pretty sure Alan Shearer wasn't injured for a lot of his, so he probably played a lot more minutes. But it's such an impressive stat, and he has been for what, past.
But does that not mean that maybe if he
years?
wasn't injured, his record could be even better for Aguero?
Potentially, yeah, it would go either way, wouldn't it? It could go either way, but
we'll never know.
It's still impressive, and he's been great to watch, and he's brought us some amazing moments.
Probably
the one
the
that I'll
most
never forget.
definitive moment of
it's just great, isn't it? It makes me emotional.
Do you
just
want to
watching
do it, or
that footage.
do you want me to do it? Who do you
I
want?
don't think I've quite got it in me.
Yeah, I reckon you can do it. Go on, Half. Give it. Go on.
No,
give
the
it
kids.
Sure.
I don't. I can't. No, I just can't. I can't.
You'll know
go
what
there.
we're talking about. That Aguero. I'll do it.
I didn't want to ruin it and destroy it just like that. But yeah, no,
That's what we do.
No, I'm just kidding. It was great. He's been just a clinical finisher, and he was great to watch, and his movement and anticipation to get in good positions and stuff like that. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Deservedly getting a statue as well.
Oh yeah, that's incredible.
Along with
Man City's greatest ever
Company
player,
and Silver.
I think. Him and.
I mean, yeah, he's got to
probably.
be. He's got to be up there. I mean, there's probably some. There'll probably be some older
Richard
listeners.
Dunn. Yeah.
Yeah. Older listeners that feed the goat and he will score.
Oh
Might have
yeah,
an argument
Sean
there,
Goater.
but
Yeah,
yeah, him, Company, and Silver getting a statue, aren't they? Getting
yep.
statues out
They're
the front. But
vital for
yeah,
this Man City winning team, isn't they?
yeah, fully deserved, really. So yeah, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Right. Well, before we quickly jump into this topic, obviously it is the international break, and I am wearing the England shirt. I just want to show
Oh,
you
sorry,
my favorite
you mentioned
shirt that England ever wore, and it's this one. Do you recognize this one? Do you know what this special shirt's from? This one right here,
um,
long sleeve, number 7. It's the main
it's
man,
D-Bex, isn't it?
Steve
Is that the one who scored the goal against Greece in?
Yes, I love this shirt.
Yeah.
Talking of surprise shirts and the giveaway we done,
Oh,
collecting certain shirts, and that's one of them.
knock that in there.
Love that shirt. I love that
Yeah.
shirt. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll go straight into the main topic, and of course, it's the Champions League. We're going to be going through all the quarterfinal games, giving our results quickly and telling you who we think's going through. Then we've got who can play each other in the semi-finals, followed by the final, and we'll come out with a definitive winner each. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll start off the first round of fixtures. Starts on the 26th, starts on the 6th of April, Tuesday, the 6th of April, a week today. And it's starting off with the final from last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Sorry, the
2
final
years ago.
from 2 years ago. Real Madrid against Liverpool. Harvey, who are you saying is winning this in this first
do you know
game?
what? I didn't realise. I
At
think
Madrid.
I've actually gone. I've gone the exact result of the final. I believe was it 3-1 in the final.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually hoping of a repeat of the final. To be honest,
Yeah.
I want someone to have a shoulder ripped out, by the greatest defender I've ever seen, and then Bale won't be scoring overhead, but there's definitely a few more players on that Madrid team that can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gone for 3-1.
Gone for a 3-1 home win to Real Madrid in the first
Yeah,
leg.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Madrid haven't been great, but it's the Champions League and they love it, don't they?
That's the thing with both of these teams. Neither of them have been
None of them,
in the league, but they both will pull it out for this match.
Yeah, they do like a Champions League.
But I am happy that Chelsea have been drawn in this side of the draw. I'd much rather face Real Madrid or Liverpool in the semi-final we're inevitably getting to than Man City or Bayern.
Yeah, just to put that one out there, we'll try not to make this a Chelsea podcast. We've had a few comments. But,
it's not a Chelsea podcast. It's not my fault that we are the greatest Premier League team of the last decade. Like, it's a fact. What?
No, I did see that, to be fair, yeah. But maybe I'll have to start doing a bit of Chelsea bashing somehow. But
you'll struggle.
Yeah, but yeah, I've gone. Oh dear. I've gone 3-1. Madrid. I think Real Madrid have the squad depth as well. They've got some players like on the bench that probably getting Liverpool's team at the moment currently with the injuries and stuff. But 3-1 Madrid. Be intrigued to see what you got to say because obviously Liverpool can pull it out on a European night, can't they?
They can do, but I've gone similar to you. I think the home leg for Real Madrid will be key in trying to not concede. So I've gone for a 2-0 home win. I don't think Liverpool are going to score in Madrid, I think it'll be a 2-0 home win to Real Madrid. I think it'll be a very tight game, and I think the bigger game will be the one played at Anfield. But unfortunately, or fortunately, there might be fans allowed in that. I don't think there is, but if there was, that would be a big factor in it.
Is the Madrid at home? Is that actually at the Bernabeu?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it will be. I'm not quite sure. It needs to be for Real Madrid. If not, then because obviously English teams can play at home because Chelsea played at home against Atletico Madrid at Stamford Bridge, whereas we travelled for their away game, which didn't help them, but it definitely helped the boys in blue. Next up, though, we've got the Man City versus Dortmund match. And, of course, Haaland's going to be putting himself in the shop window here for Manchester City. But considering it's at Man City's ground, I've gone for a 3-1 win to the citizens, to the Sky Blues.
Who's scoring your Dortmund goal?
Erling.
Yeah?
It's got to be Erling Braut Haaland. Yeah. He loves the Champions League.
You're not thinking City's old boy's going to come back and haunt
14 games, 20 goals in the Champions League is incredible for someone that spent most of that time at RB Salzburg as well.
Yeah.
So.
I've gone pretty similar. I've gone 2-1.
2-1
I've gone
to Man
2-1
City.
for City. Um, oh, what I am intrigued to see, and I hope it does happen. And I'm just, you know, I'm going to go back on last week's talk of the England team. Reece James at CDM, Jude Bellingham gets in there all day long for me now.
Yeah,
No question, no
Jude
question.
Bellingham's been incredible. He's got
Yeah,
amazing
and you know,
statistics as well on transfer
I
market and
really
other
want, I
sites.
really want to see him. They've sat him in a centre mid role, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've sat him as a CDM and like depending on who's been fit, I think Witzel and Delaney and stuff like that. He's been sat in a midfield as well. So um, I really hope that he gets a game here because I think it'd be great for English fans
Yeah,
to see
definitely.
what he's about.
People on the bigger stage because not everyone watches the Bundesliga. So a
No,
lot of
no,
English
and
fans don't really watch Jadon Sancho either, so they only see him in
no, I think
international
it'd be
games. So
it'd be good to see those boys
those
play.
boys play. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be tough because I mean, going forward, Dortmund are a threat, aren't they?
Mm.
That's that they are good going forward. I mean, Stones and Diaz have been quality. I think they'll get
Fantastic, right?
tested. They will get
Along
tested
with
in, won't
João
they?
Cancelo, who's probably been one of the best, if not the best, fullback in the world. Like currently on current form, he's been incredible.
On current form, he's
Top
got to
there.
be up there, hasn't he?
Top
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they're going to get one hell of a test, I think. Either that or Haaland's doing nothing.
Yeah, like
And
he's
his
recently
price
done
goes
in
down in
recently
his
done
5
in his
international games.
international games. Yeah,
Yeah, where he hasn't scored for, is it 5?
I
6
believe
now?
so. 5 or 6 now,
Yeah.
potentially.
But yeah, I've gone 2-1 City. City will probably dominate a bit of possession as well, I reckon. But yeah, I think Haaland will get a chance, and it's not very often he misses.
No,
But
his
yeah,
his
2-1.
strike ratio is pretty incredible. And
Yeah.
obviously, we move on to Wednesday the 7th, and it's a repeat of last year's final, which saw Bayern take on the boys from Paris in PSG. Neymar should be back for this one, but it's at Bayern first. It's at the Allianz Arena. Bayern versus PSG. I'm going for a 2-1 home victory for the team that won the final last year. So,
Ooh, only 2.
yeah, I reckon
Jesus.
it's only going to be 2-1 at home. I think it'll be a tight affair the first game. The first game normally is a bit tighter. But
No, I've gone out there then. I've gone for
have you?
4-1 straight away. Bayern.
4-1
Yeah.
to Bayern.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
think
wow.
Bayern will be
Proper up for it.
just yeah. I mean, they've just got so many attacking options, haven't they?
Yeah.
They're so solid at the back as well. And Leroy, if they got going forward, when you got I know Lewandowski's out against England, but
he'll be back.
yeah,
For
you
that,
think?
hopefully.
Yeah,
Leroy
I think he
Sané,
is.
Serge
Thomas
Gnabry.
Muller,
Thomas
Sane,
Muller is
Gnabry.
world class. I love Thomas Muller.
Yeah, I think he's quite
And
underrated.
when you,
It doesn't. He's not great. He's not like
he's
world
not
class at
great at
anything,
anything, but he's
but
good at
everything he's
everything.
very, very good at. Yeah.
Well, he's called the Raumdeuter because it translates to space invader because he
Yeah.
just finds space, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
And he's just hilarious as well.
He's what a character. But yeah, I've gone 4-1. I think they're going to just tear them apart. I reckon they'll be like 2-3-0 up inside 30 minutes. I reckon.
Yeah. Obviously, we forgot to
yeah,
mention Kingsley Coman as well, who was a former
Oh,
product of
yeah.
PSG. So,
Yeah.
and he's on fire as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just
Had
think
an
going
injury.
forward they're just scary, and even at the back,
Mm.
they're very solid at the back, aren't they? So
when you've got the likes of Goretzka and Kimmich protecting
yeah,
your
just
line,
sat there in front of like Pavard and Suli
Boateng
and
Sula,
players
David
like that.
Alaba's last season, and then of course you've got the young Canadian
Oh,
who's tearing it
yes.
up in Alphonso Davis, world class
Yeah.
already, probably
Yeah.
one of the best players of that age. Definitely, he's incredible.
Yeah, he's going to be great.
Taught Chelsea a new one last season, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, well, clearly for
Very well.
18, 19-year-old.
It's Porto at home to Chelsea. I want to hear your score prediction here first half. Considering Chelsea haven't conceded a goal in over 11 hours, are we going to concede one against Porto?
I think you are. I think it'll be 2-1 Chelsea. I don't think you'll lose, but yeah, I feel I did see Porto's manager, can't remember his name, but he was saying, yeah, I don't care who we play, we'll play the same way, and it just happens to be Chelsea that we're going to beat. You know, that is confidence right there, and saying he didn't care who he got out of that group. and he still
beat him.
thinks they're going to win. You've got to instill that mentality. Mourinho did it when he was at Porto. That's what he was
You've got to
saying.
be
That was
arrogant when
famous.
you're at a team that aren't considered favourites, of course.
Yes, yeah, I think you've got to instill that confidence. And do you know what? I've gone 2-1 Chelsea, but I wouldn't be surprised if they would nick it 1-0, just because of the inspirational manager and the way he's gone about things and that sort of thing.
Who do you think Jose Mourinho wants to win this one? Obviously, being a Portuguese lad and a Porto former manager, but
I'd say he'd probably pick Porto.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because he a bit of sour grapes with Chelsea, hasn't he? Just a slight bit. He still loves them, but there's got to be a bit of sour grapes.
Twice, but
yeah, third time, and that'll be it.
And I guess the sour grapes was when he went to Man United and then on to Spurs, so he can't really go to much worse teams than them two. But I've joined their half. I've gone for a 2-1 Chelsea win. I think we'll win the away leg. I think we will concede. I think they'll have something we don't expect them to have. Like Juventus gave them absolutely no respect, and Cristiano Ronaldo gave them no respect. I think Ronaldo expected it to be a lot easier than what it was, but he's really slowing down recently with his form. But I think he'll pick it back up. He's still got a few more years in the tank, but I just think Juventus didn't give Porto enough respect in the game. The two games.
I see what you're saying. Some teams, though, I mean, you talk about respect. I think England gave far too much to San Marino in the week by starting 4 defenders. That's exactly. too many, in my opinion. That's how that. I honestly throw respect out the window for all I care. I'm with Ronaldo, to be honest. I don't care about respect. I know we're talking about Champions League, but if you want to go and play San Marino with 4 defenders, there's something wrong in there.
Well,
Waistcoat's got that completely wrong. Surely.
That's showing too much respect. But of course, Juventus, I just feel they didn't give them enough respect, and they got
maybe.
It was Manchester United earlier this season in the Europa League or was it in the Champions League? Sorry, in the groups against Besiktas, the Turkish team. I've butchered that. Do you know when they just consider
Besiktas?
No, it wasn't Besiktas. It was
Bishi. Yeah,
and they chucked all their players forward, and Demba Ba just had a free goal from the halfway line and he sprinted free. But the next game after that Porto Chelsea one is a return leg at Stamford Bridge, and I've gone for a 3-0 Chelsea win. I think this is where we'll show.
Wow.
I think this is where we'll show we're ready for a Champions League fight, and we're going to get to that semi-final quite comfortably. With a 3-0 win at home, Timo Werner's going to get a brace. He's going to show people what he's all about in this game. He's going to show up in the Champions League, Timo.
I can only imagine that you've got Chelsea winning this. That's the sort of guy you are. But
I'm a similar guy to that. I might not have.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to the final in your eyes.
We're going to the final. We've got the easy side of the group. None of them teams scare me.
Easy side of the group.
I mean, we haven't lost to Liverpool under Tuchel, so we won 1-0. So we're undefeated. So if Liverpool go through in my estimates, then that's an easy win.
Yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from. But I've got them giving you a test here. I've gone 1-1, and I think they'll be trying to come back. They'll be wanting a goal, and I think they'll be. You've got 2 away goals, but they'll be trying to get at least 1.
But you think that second away goal will just clinch it for us and take us through?
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to score 2. Especially at home, I reckon you'll dominate possession as well.
Yep.
So
under Tuchel.
Yeah,
good old
I've gone 1-1, but yeah, I do think they'll cause you some problems, and I reckon it'll be a lot tighter than you probably think at 3-0. So maybe. Yeah, I've gone 1-1.
I think,
but yeah, you go through for me.
I think they'll be going for the goals like you say, but I think we'll tighten up at the back. Hopefully, Thiago Silva will be back. If you saw that Atletico Madrid second leg,
he was loving it.
Did you see Thiago Silva, Mason Mount, and Jorginho in the?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I love Thiago Silva. He's Chelsea's greatest ever defender behind John Terry now. Love the guy. Love the guy. He just wants it, doesn't he? But I think he'll be back for then, hopefully. He'll be settled. He'll have a few games under his belt, hopefully. And I reckon they'll go for goals, but we'll just counter-attack them. That's where Timo gets his goals. But next up, we return to the Parc de France with the PSG buying game. Obviously, I've gone for a 2-1 home win. You've gone for a 4-1 home win in the previous fixtures. So mine's a bit more tighter than yours. Let's see what you've gone for this fixture.
PSG are renowned for a good old second leg, aren't they?
It's
So
either
I've
in
gone
a
for a
good
big
way or a
one.
bad way.
I've gone for a biggie again.
Yeah.
I've gone 3-3. I reckon it'll just be goals galore. Just
Yeah.
both attacking threats, are really good. I think, like you say, I think Neymar will be back. Neymar and Mbappe. I know we talked about Bayern's back line. It's really strong, and they've got a world class keeper.
But has
But
their
yeah,
keeper won 3 Champions Leagues in a row? Because PSG's
has he? Who's
Yeah, Keylor
PSG's keeper?
Navas. Keylor
Oh,
Navas.
Navas,
In
isn't
a
it?
row,
Yeah, I
didn't he,
forgot he was
at
there
Real
now.
Madrid?
Yeah,
But
I don't know who
obviously,
I was thinking was
PSG from
there.
last year are a lot weaker. They're missing Cavani. They're missing Thiago Silva. So I just don't see them getting to the final. And I've gone similar to you, but I've gone for a 2-2 draw rather than a 3-3. I don't think it'll be as much of an exciting second leg as we've seen from PSG recently.
PSG love a good second leg.
They
That's
do.
why it's
They
3
do.
all.
But following that, we've got the Dortmund against Manchester City game, this time at Dortmund's home ground. I've gone for a 3-1 Man City home win. You've gone for a 2-1 Man City home win. No, this was in the first leg. What are you saying for the second leg for Dortmund?
I've gone 1-1.
Ooh, 1-1. That makes it.
Yeah, I'd City go through, but
Yep.
yeah, I always think the second leg, it depending on the team, like PSG, you're probably the only other team there, but I think the second leg, a bit more cagey. Someone's got something to lose, haven't they?
Yeah.
Whereas first leg, no one's got anything to lose. You either throw it away completely and just do a Barca PSG. But yeah, I do think that is 1-1. City will probably dominate again, probably have about 10 shots on target, miss them all, and yeah, probably manage to score one. And yeah, I reckon 1-1.
Yeah, well, I've actually gone for a 2-1 Dortmund win at home. I think Dortmund will be one, because obviously I've gone a 3-1 Man City home win in the first leg. I think Dortmund will be coming out to go for goals, and I think they'll get them.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it'll be enough. I think Man City are guaranteed to get a goal away, hopefully. Well, I say hopefully. I don't really care. I'm not one of them fans that wants an English team to win the Champions League unless it's Chelsea. In fact, I prefer them not to,
No, I mean, I am one of those people. Do you
I'm
know
not.
what? I'd love to see the English teams in the final. I wasn't happy with Spurs Liverpool, though, I must admit, because I don't really like Liverpool. But
Well, I don't really like Spurs. I don't think either of them actually deserve to be in the final either. I think Spurs rode their
and
luck
it was a
against
shocking.
Ajax. Oh,
It was a shocking
It's the
game.
most boring final I've seen for many a year. I
Yeah,
think.
and the penalty though was poor.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't it? Do you not think that
wasn't
was
a
poor? It
penalty.
was really bad.
It
Wasn't it?
wasn't a penalty. It ruined the game. It was so early on. I think
Yeah.
Liverpool deserved to win it, but I think Ajax should have been in the final. And from their first leg display, I think Barcelona should have carried on into the second leg and beat Liverpool, because Messi carried that team in the first leg. But Liverpool did deserve to go through, because that corner that Trent took, that quick corner to Origi.
Yeah, that game was brilliant.
Liverpool deserved to be in the final, or Barcelona, either or. But Tottenham didn't, in my opinion. I think they rode their luck against Man City. When Sterling scored that goal, it was VAR offside. It was very close, or at least it was like a Christian Eriksen mess up, that thing. Then somehow Lucas Moura got a hat trick. Didn't see Harry Kane showing up. It was Lucas Moura that carried him through that game, against Ajax.
What a goal that last goal was as well.
Such a good goal.
It was good.
So we've both got, at the moment, we've both got Bayern Munich, we've both got Man City, and we've both got Chelsea going through to the semi-final. I've gone for a 2-0 Real Madrid home win in the first leg. You've gone for a 3-1 Real Madrid home win in the first leg. It looks like we're both going to be similar, but I've gone for a 1-1 draw in the second leg. I think Real Madrid will be very tight at the back, so they'll probably concede one, but they won't want to give up the 2-goal lead they've got, and they'll get an away goal. And I think Liverpool just won't have enough at the back to stop a goal, nor will they have enough up top going forward, because they've been very poor going forward in the league, and I can't see that changing in this game, to be fair. So I've gone 1-1, which takes Real Madrid through to the semi-final for me. What about yourself, Half?
Yeah, I know you just touched on they haven't got much going forward. I must say, Diego Jota scored 2 midweek, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think him coming back could be the difference maker. But is he at the level of destroying a team like Real Madrid? I'm not quite sure yet.
Yeah.
But I've gone 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think Real Madrid will try and keep it tight. I think it will be that sort of game. And I reckon it'll be a silly goal. Like someone just switches off, loses focus for a couple of seconds, loses the man, and everyone's looking around going, what were you doing? Do you know what I mean? It'd be one of them, I reckon. So yeah, I've gone 1-0 Liverpool. They still don't go through.
Yeah.
I still got Madrid playing your boys next. But yeah, I reckon it will be a really tight game. Probably not many chances. But I've got Liverpool winning 1-0 and Madrid still going through.
Right then. We're not going to do each game this time, but I want you to tell me who is going through and give me a little explanation why. We'll start off with the Real Madrid-Chelsea semi-final that we've both
Right.
got.
Do we need to hear your side here?
We'll hear my side. We'll hear my side. I'll give my reasons why Chelsea are going to win. I'll do mine first if you want. Obviously, Real Madrid against Chelsea. I think Chelsea are just in flying form. This before Tuchel came with Lampard, as much as I love him and he's a legend, I would have been very skeptical about getting past Porto, depending on how the football was being played. But because of the way we're playing football, we look confident. We haven't lost. We haven't conceded in 11 plus hours. You know, we've only conceded 2 goals in 14 games, 13 games under Tuchel. One of them was an own goal, so it's only one opposition player. Obviously, with this Porto game, that could change. We've got West Brom at the weekend. I can't see them scoring, so you'll hear that in the Prem score predictors. But I just think Chelsea, at the moment, we're flying high. We've got a solid team. You know, N'Golo Kante's the best holder midfielder in the world, again, up there with the likes of Kimmich. Casemiro's decent as well, but I just think Kante's up there to his best form. Hopefully, Timo Werner hits a bit of form. Havertz is coming into form, and Mason Mount, he's probably one of the best creative midfielders in the world right now, like, especially in England. You know, I know it was only against San Marino, but he matched a World Cup qualifiers record with Xavi, creating 8 chances in a single game. Xavi done it in 90 minutes. Mount done it in 45 minutes. Of course, it was against San Marino, the lowest ranked team in the world. I get that, but still, they are a professional football team. But yeah, I've got Chelsea going through. I think it will be tight, very tight. Could involve extra time, could involve penalties. I just see Chelsea scraping through and getting themselves to the final of this year's Champions League, which to me would be a success, regardless of whether we win the FA Cup or not.
Yeah. It's tight. If Lampard was still there, like you say, I don't think you even get past Porto.
Yeah. Or it will be a lot tighter than people think. We may not have even got past Atletico Madrid. You know, it would have been a lot different. No, we may not be at this stage. But with Tuchel, I think, like I said, he's come in, changed the mentality, and
I see what you're saying. I just reckon this one will be a step too far, in all honesty.
Okay.
I mean, it's Zidane, it's Madrid, it's the Champions League. I don't think much more doesn't need to be said, I don't think.
I completely agree. Both valid points.
I get what you're saying, though. You are a team in form, and the team in form normally. And if you were against anyone but Madrid, do you know what? I'd probably say you probably do stand a really good chance.
So Liverpool, because we can't. If it was Bayern or City, again, I probably wouldn't give us a chance. I think because we're on this side of the draw, we'll ride off that. And I think Real Madrid aren't in the best form. They're not sure. Hazard's injured, so he won't be coming back to haunt us. But I just think, I genuinely
he hasn't really been that good, though, has he?
No, he hasn't. We'll probably be better with him on the pitch, to be fair. So
he's been poor, I must say, since he's moved, hasn't he? Really, he hasn't been great. But I've got Madrid just because it is the Champions League and it is them, and you are a team in form. I will give you that. But I just think it is a step too far. I think Ramos and Casemiro will drag Madrid to that final.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be an attacking, open game like possibly a Madrid with Ronaldo and Bale. I think it'll be a
different
close up.
Won't it?
Yeah, it'll be a close up shot. There's no way you're beating us. And I think they've probably got the men to shut out a lot of teams. Madrid, to be fair,
well, when you've got the likes of Kroos and Modric as well in midfield that are starting to get to some form as well.
I just think they're holding Casemiro holding as well. I think he's outstanding.
Yeah,
Ramos and Varane, that back pairing up is. But I can't think of a better back pairing.
Neither of them have signed a new contract, so whether they're both going to be then during the summer, after the summer, we don't know. So it could be their last.
Would you mind going? Would you mind going out on a Champions League final? Don't think I'd mind.
Well, that's if they
for
get
sure. There. Yeah, well, I think they do. I think they do. I think they do get there, and I think it'll be really close. I must say, I think it'll be close, but I think Madrid just edge it for me. So.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, Mike, I've let you down.
No,
but we're not a Chelsea podcast, so
we're not a Chelsea podcast, and this isn't even me talking in a biased situation. You know, I'm not I'm giving
You are going
valid,
off form. I will give you that.
I'm
You're going
giving
off
valid
form.
reasons why Chelsea. I mean,
Yeah.
we beat Atletico Madrid 3-0 over 2 legs, which is
Yeah.
something they don't do. They don't concede goals under Diego
No, they don't.
Simeone, and they're on better form than they've ever been. You know, they're top of the La Liga, which is something they haven't won in
Clear by
numerous
quite a
years.
few points, aren't they?
Yeah. So we done
Six or
well there.
seven it
So
was.
that's what I'm going off, and I think nobody can complain that Chelsea can get to the final. It's just, do we win the final? Against who, though? So we've got Bayern Munich against Manchester City in this other semi-final. These are the two favourites. If these two were in opposite ends of the bracket,
this would be a final.
This would be the
This
final.
should be the final.
This should be the final.
It should be.
But who have you got, Hub? This is over 2 legs. If this was a final and it was only in one match, it could be completely different who would have win it. You know, if it is at obviously a neutral venue, if it was just one game, could be different.
Yeah.
But over 2 legs, who do you see winning this, Hub?
I still don't see it being any different, to be honest. I think City will tear them apart.
Really?
Yeah. I know Guardiola was at Bayern Munich and he implemented the João Cancelo type player with Lahm and then with Kimmich.
Doing the fullback, cutting inside, and the inverted wing back player.
Yeah, and he probably had a better centre name wise. He probably had a better centre back partnership than Stones and Diaz in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hummels and
Boateng and Alaba at left back, but he's
and then the keeper. I don't think Edison. He's quality, but I don't think he's been at the standard of Neuer over the past 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Neuer's been there.
Neuer's been up and down recently. At the World Cup, he didn't have a great.
No, but then I don't think
recently he's really picked up. So
I think, but I think again, this is where I'll go back to who's won it, who's been there and done it, and City haven't, any of them.
True.
And I think Bayern will be a tough test, but I think City will tear them apart.
You think City?
I don't see
first ever Champions League final.
Yeah, and I think the difference here is when he was at Bayern, I don't think he had his Gundogan, or whatever you want to call him now at City, was probably a Muller
or Mario Götze.
Yeah, but then again, are you picking any of them two to play in Gundogan's role right now? I don't think
Probably
you are,
not.
and I think that I reckon that'll be the difference.
Muller's
Phil
got a shout.
Foden.
Muller's on fire last season. Muller was definitely solid last season.
Yeah, he was solid, but I think
right, but it's...
those two. And do you know what? I'll tell you now. I reckon Foden runs that show over both legs as well.
Really? Well,
yeah, I think he's going to be quality in those.
We've both got completely different finals, my friend, because I've actually gone for a Bayern win over the 2 legs. I think Bayern will sneak it. I think Robert Lewandowski just does goals. It doesn't matter what centre-back pairing he's playing against. You get the ball to Robert Lewandowski, and if he looks at the net, the ball's going in the back of it. You know, I don't think Diaz, Stones, I don't think anyone stops Robert Lewandowski at least getting a goal or 2 goals over the course of these 2 legs. And I just see Bayern Munich doing what they done last season. They tore through Barcelona. They tore through Chelsea. I'm not saying they're going to tear through Man City, but I can see them getting past City and making what's going to be a rematch of the 2012 final against Chelsea. Only this time they don't have the advantage at the Allianz Arena, which they did last time and we still beat them. So I'm not saying much for the final. I'm not going to say anything until we reach the final stage. So I've got a Chelsea versus Bayern final. You've got a City versus Real Madrid final. I'll go first because I don't want you to wait for me to say Chelsea. But if we can beat them at their ground in 2012, with Roberto Di Matteo as manager, we're going to lose this final 3-1 against Bayern Munich. We're going to lose.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the final. As much as I want us to win, I really do. I would love it. I think it's going to be Chelsea-Bayern in the final. Like I said, 2012, our team was better than what it is now under a worse manager at the Allianz Arena. So we should not have won that final. And it was an incredible final, but I think we're not going to win this one. I'd love to. I think Tuchel's a better manager than Di Matteo, but we don't have the biggest of big game players in Didier Drogba who dragged us through that final. You know, we had the spine, but you look at that Bayern team, like we've mentioned on numerous occasions.
They're scary.
I just don't see anyone. I just don't see anyone winning the Champions League. They won it last year, so they've got a point to prove anyway. But if anyone can do it, it'll be Man City. So even if this is Man City in the final, I think it'll be a lot closer. I think it might be like a 2-1 win to Man City against Chelsea, or even a 2-1 win to Chelsea. I think we have a better chance against Man City. But against Bayern Munich, I'm going for a Champions League 2020-2021 final of Bayern Munich against Chelsea with a 3-1 win to Bayern Munich. And probably going to be a Lewandowski hat trick, I think. So, I think he gets a Ballon d'Or this year. I think he needs a Ballon d'Or before he finishes. Ronaldo hasn't been.
He should have had it last year, though. Really, shouldn't he?
He should have. I mean, Ronaldo's not going to get it. Messi's been incredible since the start of this year. If you've seen his stats in 2021 alone, he's got like 18 goals.
Impressive.
18 goals, 10 assists since the start of 2021 is incredible. But I just think Lewandowski deserves a Ballon d'Or. And if he got it because Bayern Munich beat Chelsea 3-1 in the final and he gets like 2 or a hat trick, I'm happy with that. We won our final in 2012, but I think we make it.
Okay.
What about you then? City against Real Madrid.
I've gone City dominance, 2-0, shut them out, keep them out, and dominate. Yeah, again, I think
final hurrah for Sergio Aguero. After delivering them their first Premier League, he delivers them their first Champions League. It would be
quite possibly. It would be good. Yeah, it would be good.
Get Balotelli in for the last game.
Yeah, just getting a one final assist in the Champions League final. But yeah, I think it'd be a City 2-0 win over Madrid. Again, I reckon City will dominate. There's not many games that don't, is there really?
No.
But I think again, I reckon Phil Foden will show out on one of the biggest stages. And again, I don't know, can anyone handle inverted fullback of Cancelo, Gundogan going forward, and Foden? No one seemed to have been able to stop it recently, have they? I just don't think anyone stops it again. As much as I love Ramos and Varane at the back, I just don't see anyone stopping like when City go forward. Yeah, Sterling's there as well. Almost nearly forgot about him.
Well, class.
Yeah. Just think, how do you stop that? How do you stop players running from deep that shouldn't be running from deep? How do you stop a fullback?
There's only 2 words how you stop the Man City attack. Thiago Silva.
It's a good song, but no, I don't think the song can do anything here. I just think it's City dominance 2-0. Don't think Madrid will get anywhere near them.
I think that's a fair shout. Like we both say, I've got Bayern winning it. For all you people out there saying that this is a Chelsea podcast, I am sometimes biased towards Chelsea, and I think Chelsea can get to the final. But if we get there, I think that may be too much. I think it's too early with this team, with our manager, to maybe win a final against Bayern or City, 2 of the best teams in the world right now. Yeah. They're absolutely incredible. But yeah, so I've got Bayern Munich lifting the Champions League. As much as I want to say Chelsea, and maybe a week ago I would have, had I not heard some of this criticism. I probably wouldn't have if I put my football brain on, take away my heart and think with my head. And then you've got Man City winning their first Champions League.
Yeah, I think they will. They look pretty unstoppable, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do the quadruple, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've got an easy EFL Cup final against the Minnows out of Tottenham Hotspur, so that's basically a guaranteed win. They've got the Premier League. The Champions League's a tough test, but they have got an incredible force in Chelsea in the FA Cup, so that could be tough. So hopefully they get a bit lackadaisical in the FA Cup and give us something, because I reckon we can win that. Right, let's move on though to the Premier League Prem score predictor, where the scores currently stand. Yes. Harvey, you've got 21 points in the few weeks we've done, and I've got 20. Either this upcoming podcast next week following this one, or the one after, when we get ourselves a special wheel that I'll pop behind me one of these sides. I'm going to set a desk up soon, so it will change on my side of the YouTube video, guys. We're going to have a forfeit wheel, so this could decide that. We've got some incredible games. Saturday especially is such a good evening of football. But we'll start off with the Champions League finalists in Chelsea at home to West Brom. And it's going to be a rout after the international breaks. The German boys, Werner hasn't played, but Havertz has been very good. I think Chelsea battle West Brom 4-0. I think we absolutely smashed them at our place. We come back to the Premier League, 4-0 win. We've got intent in our eyes. we're going to win something. It's going to be the FA Cup or the Champions League, probably the FA Cup, but we're going to beat West Brom 4-0. What are you saying, Harv?
Well, yeah, it's a tough one.
It's not.
It is. I think it is a tough one. I think it is a tough one. Obviously, you haven't played together for a little while now. Maybe a bit rusty.
True.
But
and how many,
I still think you win.
International players have West Brom got, really? So.
Yeah, I mean, Romain Sawyers, St. Kitts, St. Nevis, he could run the show against you, I must say. Seen him do it before, to be fair, with Walsall in the League Cup. That was special, I'll tell you now. But yeah, I think you will win 2-0. I can't see him scoring.
Continue that clean sheet run we've currently got. Next up,
yes,
I think this next game is quite a good one, Leeds against Sheffield United. Leeds at home, I think Leeds.
Could be some goals.
Could be some. Well, there's always goals in a Leeds United fixture, but
we love it.
What way do they go? There's no better time for Leeds to be playing someone like Sheffield United. They're going down. Everyone knows it. But are they going down in this game? Is that what you've gone?
No, I haven't. No, I must say, I was just waiting for you. I've gone 3-1 Leeds.
You've got Sheffield United scoring. I've gone 3-0. I don't think I see Sheffield United scoring. I don't know why. I think a clean sheet's coming for Leeds. I think they'll just pump on the attack. Sheffield United just don't scare me. Ryan Brewster, the former Liverpool and Chelsea youngster, he's just not done it for him, has he?
Do you know what? David McGoldrick should have scored against you.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Do you know what? I was really disappointed
against Chelsea as well.
when I saw him, and it was pretty much an open goal. It was so easy. I had my phone out ready to text you because I mentioned it probably about a month or two ago.
You said if he scores a hat trick, yeah.
Yeah,
and he just heads it across goal and it goes wide. Yeah, my first thought, as soon as he missed that, my first thought was Harvey.
Yeah, my phone was out when it came across, and he was like, "He's open, he's going to score here." My phone was out, ready, and it just went wide. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. Wow. Next game though, Leicester Man City.
Yeah, this is a biggie.
Got to be a good one, hasn't it?
Got to be a good one. Leicester under Brendan Rodgers are playing some incredible football.
Breaded Rodgers.
Kelechi Iheanacho, the former Man City player, is hitting some fine form. I've always been a fan of Kelechi. I think he's got some real talent, and he's one of them young Nigerian players that, when that new Nigeria shirt came out, which looked beautiful, by the way. Did you see it?
Love that kit, yes.
He's one of them young Nigerian players. They've got so many players right now. I reckon they're going to be one of the best African teams we've seen at a World Cup in 2022 if they make it. I think they're solid. But Leicester City and Ndidi as well, another Nigerian. He's coming into a bit of form since returning from injury. I think it's going to be a tight game, but not tight enough. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Man City.
Oh, I've gone the same.
Have you?
Gone the same, yeah. Again, I think, how do you deal with City? How do you stop them? How do you stop sort of players from deep again doing whatever they want with the ball? Yeah. If there is anyone who think could stop them, to be fair, I think Brendan Rodgers might be that man.
He's very smart.
Yeah, he's such an intelligent coach.
He knows at Chelsea.
Teaching the kids that get loaned out.
Teaching the kids that also win everything. So yeah. We've got another big game after that, the Saturday evening kickoff. I love football. You know what? The best thing to come from coronavirus is
just football all day, every day, isn't it?
Every
hour.
They've got every match. Absolutely love it. But we've got Arsenal against Liverpool at home at the Emirates.
Yeah.
Saying half because
I'm saying Arteta loves the top six teams, and I've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Well, reverse that because I've got a 2-1 Liverpool one.
Oh,
so that could be a deciding fixture in this wheel of forfeits right now, because that's a game we're both going to be keeping our eye on for sure.
Yeah,
like
it could be a close
Arteta
one.
does love the top six, something that Lampard couldn't do. They both had differing starts to the season. Arteta couldn't beat the bottom 10. Lampard thrived against the lower teams. When it came up against the top six, Lampard top 8, top 10. I don't think we beat a team in the top half. Chelsea after
that's bad, isn't it?
After the second game week, maybe, or something like that, we beat a team in the top half alphabetically. But after a few games had been played, we couldn't beat anyone in the top 10. Whereas that's all Arsenal seemed to do was grind results against them teams.
So I think he's picked up quite a lot of points. One of the going back, Emery and Wenger in his later years barely got a win, did they, against
they just
top opposition? It was just crumble.
Could he? I can't remember the last time Wenger got a win against Mourinho. I think there was many games where Mourinho just had one over him.
Yeah,
For a
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Next up, though, we move to Sunday, and it's Southampton against Burnley.
Definition of Super Sunday, I must say.
This Super Sunday is absolutely. Some of these games on the Saturday, like the Leicester, Man City, and Arsenal, Liverpool, should be moved to Sunday. But some of these games really define what Super Sunday is really all about. Obviously, a few weeks ago, I called West Brom Newcastle as the most boring game you'll ever see at 0-0, and I got it bang on. I can't see this being much different. I think that is out. I can't see it being much different, but I'm going for a 1-0 home win for Southampton. I think they will. Ooh. I think they will get a 1-0 win.
But who's scoring there? James Ward-Prowse from a free kick or set piece or something?
Got to be. It can only be a set piece, can't it?
I mean, I've gone reverse.
Oh,
I've gone a big Chris Wood, like a deep cross from deep, probably about the halfway line, and he just loves it, doesn't he? Leaps up like a salmon and wins it. I've gone.
I was going to say, for those of you that don't know, me and Harvey, we do have a fantasy. We do have a Football Manager save where he took over from Big Sean Dyche, big old Harvey Carter Dyche. And
such a good job
about that. He done such a great job, did Harvey. He took Burnley down to 19th place, and the game offered him a out. It was
I was bottom. I was bottom of the league by a lot of points. He was
bottom against 18th.
Bottom of the league.
It was Burnley in 20th against Crystal Palace in maybe 17th. He was against
Roy Hodgson. El Sakiko,
they called it. I think he came out with a 1-0 win.
Roy Hodgson's job.
Roy Hodgson got fired. You quit your job at Burnley and then went and coached Crystal Palace. And then
you took them down as well.
You took them down into 18th with 5 games left. You left them and somehow got a West Ham job, which I'm still livid about.
No, Everton. I got Everton.
You got the Everton job. Even worse. I'm absolutely livid. It was Lou that got the West Ham job. I'm livid.
I saw the potential.
How do you go from taking Burnley to 20th, then Crystal Palace down into 18th, and still come out at the end of the season with the Everton job while I'm stuck there still as the Aston Villa manager and I'm like top 10. I'm smashing it, but
they saw the potential, didn't they? They saw our.
I ain't talking about it anymore. Nothing. Moving on. I'm mad. I'm still mad at that save, and we still need to continue that. But next up, we've got the mighty Toon against Tottenham Hotspurs with what I see as an easy victory for Tottenham. I think I can't see Newcastle doing much more. I think it's only a matter of time before Bruce actually leaves his job or gets sacked. I think Frank Lampard's in the running for a job like Newcastle. I think he'd do really good at Newcastle with some of their players. I think Alan Saint-Maximin is a player he likes. Joe Linton is a player he'd like. Players, and Callum Wilson, players that press, and they're good attackers. Yeah. But I just feel that Tottenham are going to win 3-0 here.
Wow. Now, I've written, I don't know why now, I've gone 1-0 Newcastle.
Are you going to stick by that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
I am. Yeah, Mourinho probably sit 6 at the back, won't he?
Only 6?
Yeah. I think he'll have to show some attacking intent away at Newcastle.
Is Kane one of them 6 sitting at the back? Yeah.
If I was in charge, he would be. Yeah. if I was in charge, he would be probably playing midfield with the rest of them. But yeah, I think Newcastle they need to turn the season around, and I've been saying this for weeks now. I know, but it's got to come, man. It's got to happen. It's got to happen, and why not against a bang average Spurs team at the moment?
Very much bang average.
They've got some quality individuals.
Yep.
But is it Mourinho? Is it Mourinho there?
Is it Mourinho or is it the team?
I don't know, because for me, Son gets in any team in the Premier League right now. He's been outstanding, hasn't he? He's been quality.
He's up there, yeah.
He starts up top for Man City. He gets in United's team. He gets in Chelsea's team.
He might not replace Raheem Sterling, but he definitely goes up top.
He starts up top, doesn't he?
Definitely replace Roberto Firmino.
Yeah, if Kane played as
Giroud at Chelsea, I'm not sure.
No, but he gets ahead of Timo Werner. So yeah, I think that's not debatable.
Okay, that's one Spurs player I can admit I want at Chelsea. I'd love Sonny at Chelsea.
I think and so some of the individuals I think are good. If Kane was more of a fox in the box, I think
Yeah,
he'd
definitely.
score a lot more
That's
goals.
the one thing that bugs me about Harry Kane. If he stayed in the box like he did for England in our last game against Albania, I'm happy with Harry Kane. But when he starts dropping back, that's when I start getting annoyed with him, you know. And especially a few years ago when he was taking corners,
Yeah, what I don't understand what that was
absolutely
about.
done my nut in. But the next game we've got, Harv, is Aston Villa against Chelsea's local rivals in Fulham. Who have you got
Yes.
winning this matchup?
Um, Fulham.
Yeah.
I've got Fulham winning 2-1. Again, another team who I've been saying for weeks have got to sort it out and get a result.
Well,
They did get a
they've done
decent
very
result.
well
Yeah,
defensively.
yeah, and Villa have got players to unlock that defense,
Yep,
obviously. But
definitely.
I think they've again when you're down there and you get one or two results. Did they only lose 1-0 to City?
I think so. Yeah, it's a very
It was
good
only
match
one
for
0
Fulham.
wasn't it? It was
Scott
it was a
Parker's
close
got him
game, wasn't
playing
it?
some decent football and doing some great defensive work. I've actually got this
Yeah,
down as a 1-1 though. I think both
1-1.
teams are very defensively astute. I think both very good at the back at the moment. You know, Esri
Yeah,
Konsa
yeah.
deserves an England call up. I think above ahead of Tyrone Mings, he should be in the pecking order. Maybe ahead of Michael Keane now. Michael Keane, who's had a sublime season for Everton and on form.
Ben
To
Godfrey.
fill a few, yeah, up there. But I just think Esri Konsa, we need to get him in an England cap as well. Because like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he could eventually change nation.
Just
You know,
yeah, don't want him leaving.
we don't want him leaving, and I think he could be up there with the likes of Fikayo Tomori for our future. You know, Stones is still young, but I think we
Potential.
can do better than a Maguire at the back sometimes. He is a very good centre back, Maguire, but I think with the way England should be
That's
playing, we
debatable.
need a bit more pace. Yeah, true. Anyway, on to Harry Maguire. Let's go to his team, Manchester United. They're at home to Brighton, the boys from down south. Who have you got winning this one, Half?
2-1 Brighton.
2-1
Maguire gets
Brighton.
destroyed. Yeah.
Ooh,
Um,
boy.
do you know what? And I think it might happen. Welbeck might come back to haunt his old club.
Danny
Um,
Welbeck.
it it probably be going close. They want some legs up top for the last 10, 20. He comes on, scores the winner, 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it's 2-1, 2-1 Brighton. That's yeah, probably a bit of a wild one, but
Well,
again, Brighton
same
play
as
good
the
football,
Toon
don't they?
Spurs game. You've got Newcastle beating Spurs. That's also wild. But I've gone for a 3-1 Man United win. I've got to keep it safe. I've got to try and get some points on you here. I'm only one behind. I don't want to be doing no forfeit half. So, but I'm
Mate,
also thinking,
I'll have the original Ronaldo haircut dyed pink. I don't mind.
oh, we're
I'll
doing
wear
two. What? That's two different. That's
it.
two different forfeits. But you're going to combine them, are you? That's great.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, yeah. So I've gone for a
You've got
3-1
no
Man
hair to do
United
that,
win.
so you're all right.
True. True. If I'd done the Ronaldo haircut, nobody would even know. So
Yeah.
next up, though, we move on to Monday, and we do move to Everton against Crystal Palace. I've gone for
two of my old teams.
two of your old teams, two
Well,
of your
one of them's the
football
current
manager
team.
teams. You know, this is
Yeah.
called the Harvey Carter Hill Classic. But I've gone for a 2-1 Everton win. I think Carlo Ancelotti just gets his team playing good football and depends on who's back. It doesn't matter who they've got back. They've got enough attacking talent. I mean, they've got enough attacking mids to
You,
set up with 11
you think
players.
Palace score?
I think Palace do score. I think Zaha's back recently, and I just think him and Eze, and I think Palace get a goal. I think it does end 2-1 to Everton. Don't think there's going
Okay.
to be loads of goals, but yeah. So
No,
what you
I've
saying?
gone.
You said
Well, I do. I've gone 3-0 Everton.
3-0. Yeah, you've gone for a clean sheet.
I mentioned Godfrey earlier. I think he's been quality. I probably did overlook him a bit for the England squad, to be honest. But yeah, I think him and Keane have been really good. Lucas Digne has been quality. Yeah, I think they'll dominate. Rodriguez is potentially
Hammers.
back for this,
Yeah, I
isn't he?
think so. I think so. That's what I was trying to get at. They're looking
Yeah,
at bringing in Isco as well in the summer potentially,
I
which
did
would
see
be.
that. It'd be
Oh, I'd
mental,
love
wouldn't
that.
it?
I love
Oh
Isco.
wow,
Love Isco.
wow. I mean, if there is a team and a manager that probably could persuade him to drop to a team like that, it would be Ancelotti,
Carlo.
wouldn't it?
And
But
who knows if they manage to creep into the Champions League somehow. They had a great start to the season, but they just need a bit more to maybe break into the top six more regular.
they might get to the Euros. Might get
Definitely, they'll probably get
Europa
to the
League.
Europa League for sure, I think. for sure.
Yeah,
Quick
last
touch
game
on that though before we go into this. With the teams left in the Europa League, I know we haven't really touched on it. Who do you think wins that? Considering we've done the Chelsea, the Champions.
Um,
You've got the likes of Man U and Arsenal left in it.
I know. I'm just thinking.
Can't remember who else.
I'd say it'd probably be one of those two, and an outside shot would be Rangers, just because of what they've done. I know. Did they go out?
I think Rangers they went out, mate. Yeah, Rangers.
No, yeah.
Out, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
obviously,
true.
Tottenham
Yeah, I think it probably is. It's got. Yeah, who? It's got to be. It's got to be.
Got to be one of the English lads that win it, right?
One of those two.
Got to be. So, because if that happens, obviously, then if it's Arsenal, then Man United will finish in the top 4 anyway. But if it is Arsenal, they also get into the Champions League. So that could be 5 teams in the Champions League.
That'd be good, yeah.
Which would be good. We've had that before. So
we've had it a few times, haven't we? When we were dominating Europe for
well, we had it in 2012 when Chelsea won the Champions League. I think we actually finished like
6th, 7th.
6th or 7th. So we got into the Champions League through winning it. I think we actually stopped Spurs getting into it. I can't remember how it worked. But anyway, like you said, we got the final game of the Premier League weekend, Monday evening, Monday Night Football with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers against West Ham. And I've got your boy Jay Lings going to do his celebration. Got your boy Jay Lings getting some more goal contributions. It's going to be a 3-1 West Ham win away from home. Still no Raul Jimenez.
3-1.
Still no Raul Jimenez. Pedro Neto yet solid. Fabio Silva still raw, young talent.
Yeah, it's a bit
Daniel
time.
Podence, Adama Traore still isn't hitting the form he once did. But I think they get a goal. But I just think West Ham are too good for him. Declan Rice and Souček have been solid for West Ham. And Jesse Lingard's just a new man. He got into the England squad for these World Cup qualifiers, which is something. If you put a £10 bet on him doing that in December, you're a rich man right now. But
yeah, that is true. True. I've got 2-1. Wolves like to play. Ham? Yeah, 2-1 West Ham. Wolves are slightly defensive, aren't they? With a lack of attacking options. He likes the wing backs. I like Neves and Coutinho in midfield. I think Neves has got a big future. That was a weird transfer when he was like 18, wasn't it? Everyone was talking about him playing top Champions League football, and he turns up in the Championship.
But he did some worldies in, didn't he?
Loves a worldie.
Does love a worldie.
Loves a worldie.
What better way to learn your craft next to one of Portugal's greatest centre midfielders in João Moutinho? The guy's a class act as well,
Yeah, quality. But yeah, I've gone 2-1. I see Wolves with a back 5 and that shutting them out a bit more than you probably think. But yeah, 2-1.
Fair enough. So that ends it for this week's Prem score predictor. Obviously, it's going to be a tight
It could be big, though. Could be big. Some of the results that I've gone for could turn the tide.
It's like you want to spin the wheel of forfeits, my friend.
I'm excited.
We move on next to the who versus who. Normally in the past, we've done one each, me and Harvey. And last week, we had our guest Deck on. He brought a who versus who for me and Harvey to answer. But this time, we're going to start from now on to do one each week. So this week is my turn. I'm going to bring a who versus who. And then proceeding that, we'll be taking it in turns on who does it. So we don't run out of teams and we keep it fresh and we shorten the podcast a bit, especially with the score predictor back. So this week, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to run through both of their resumes, right? So
yes, I like
both of them have got 2 Champions League wins to their names. That's not including this season.
So they're still going. Okay.
One of them will still be in the Champions League this season. I'm not giving anything away. This is a tough one. Ooh. So both got 2 Champions League medals. Both got what? No, wait. I've got home and away. So my first person has got 3 Premier League titles. My second person has 2 Premier League titles. Yep.
Right.
Both each have an FA Cup to their name. The first person has 4 EFL Cups, EFL trophies. The Carabao Cup, as it's now named. The second person has 3 EFL trophies. Yeah. Each of them have 3 La Liga titles each. That's throwing a spanner in the works.
I mean, that's but no difference because I did not have any of these at the moment.
You won't trust me. It's as soon as I say it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I've gone completely different. The first person's got 2 Serie A titles. The second person has 3 Bundesliga titles. You're
Oh
proper
my days.
lost it. I can see your face.
Yeah,
And
it
this will
doesn't
give it
happen
away. I'm
often.
not going to give away the first person's lower like titles, like lower where they've won certain things at a certain country. That will really give it away. But one of them, the first person, has won 4 World's Best Coach awards, and the second one has won 2 World's Best Coach awards. I'm talking about Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola, probably 2 of the modern great managers of our era since the Fergie and Wenger. You know, they've both been around during that era. I've got Mourinho with 2 Champions League wins, 3 Premier Leagues, an FA Cup, 4 AFL Cups, 3 La Ligas, 2 Serie A's, including that treble with Inter Milan,
Yeah, that was impressive.
2 UEFA Europa Leagues, which I didn't mention because obviously Pep's never managed a team in the UEFA Europa League. He's got obviously league titles and cups with Porto, which I didn't mention, and 4 World's Best Coaching awards. And then you've got Pep Guardiola with 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Premier Leagues, third one to come, 1 FA Cup, 3 EFL Cups, potentially a 4th to come against Spurs, 3 La Liga titles, same as Mourinho, 3 Bundesliga titles, no UEFA Europa League titles. Obviously, he's never managed in it, and 2 World's Best Coaching awards. So, out of these 2 men, Harvey, I can't hear you. You've muted.
There we go. I'm back.
Apologies.
Apologies for that. That
Right.
was
So
I don't know
yeah,
what
I brought
happened.
managers this week. You know, we've had defenders, we've had
Yeah,
midfielders, we've had forwards, we've had goalkeepers. I thought the one thing we haven't had yet is managers. If I put any of these up against Alex Ferguson, we know who's winning. I
yeah,
didn't know
that
whether
threw me.
to
That
put.
did.
I don't know whether to put one of these up against Wenger. If I did, it would be Mourinho versus Wenger. But I think you'd maybe sway towards Wenger. I know you're not someone that's a big fan of Pep Guardiola's work, and I think these 2 have such similar resumes so far.
Oh,
Both
it's
treble
close.
winners with Inter Milan and Barcelona. Obviously, both got 2 Champions Leagues. Mourinho with 3 Premier Leagues. Pep just about to win a 3rd one. I think it's very close. What are you saying, Harv? We know my answer. Everyone knows my answer. It's Jose Mourinho, greatest Chelsea manager of all time. 2nd or 3rd best Premier League manager of all time, in my opinion, after Alex Ferguson. Whether you put Wenger above him or not is to your discretion, but I think he's up there. He's top 3, definitely. But out of these 2, who do you take, Harv?
Oh God, that I, I'm a lot more. I feel like I can deal with Guardiola a lot more now than
Yeah.
I could do when he first came on the scene with Barcelona. I hated that team. Um, not just because of how good they were, just how boring it was to watch. I really hated watching Barcelona when he was there. Um, it just didn't excite me. You've got
Yeah.
some of the best creative players in the world, and you're restraining them. It was, yeah, I didn't get it. I know he won everything with them, and obviously that takes talent and managerial masterclass. But yeah, Marie, when they both burst onto the scene, like when he was there with Barcelona, obviously it was new, it was different, and I think Mourinho was the same with Chelsea. It
Well,
was
they both learned together. There was both at Barcelona as
yeah, one
managers
as the
at the same time.
interpretator.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was both
it
there at the
was
same time. It was so they've both got that pedigree. Obviously, Pep Guardiola went
yeah.
on to manage the Barcelona B team. Mourinho went to Portugal to manage a few teams before taking over at Porto, where he won that Champions League, which was
Do I
incredible.
have to pick? Do I have other?
Yeah, you've got to pick. Unfortunately, that's
Um,
what Who vs Who is all about. If you had to pick one manager to be the manager of, I don't know, who would you pick as the manager of the England national football team? Obviously, both
oh,
completely different football styles.
uh, I was going to say if it was a one-off match, I'd pick Mourinho.
Mm,
Just because his tactical side to his game
yeah,
is, in my eyes, is a lot better than
that's
Guardiola's in
fair.
terms of
Well, he's got
like,
Tottenham scoring more goals than they scored underneath Poch, and Tottenham fans are annoyed at that. They're like, "Oh, we don't do good enough." No, that's how Mourinho's always done it. He strangles the game against the bigger teams. Against the top 6, you're
yes,
gonna see him play boring. But when you play the
yeah,
likes
but
of
it
the
gets you
lower teams
wins.
like Manchester United when they weren't in that good of form, he knew that, so he went out and they won 6-1. You know, the red card wasn't. I think it was a red card to Maybe a red card in the early stages
Yeah,
or something.
if it was a one-off game, I'd pick Mourinho.
Yep.
If it was over a season, I'd probably still pick Mourinho. But if I'm
Yep.
thinking long term, after two or more seasons, I probably would pick Guardiola, just because we all know about Mourinho's
Yep. Third
third
season
exposure
syndrome.
season.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's a real tough one.
Okay, then if I put this question to you now, if I said Mourinho wasn't, who do you think would win or have a better chance at the 2022 World Cup? Spain with Pep in charge or Portugal with Jose Mourinho in charge? Who do you think has a better chance?
Go further.
22 World Cup, yeah.
Probably Spain, just because they churn out players. I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily think that would be down to
True.
managers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you look at the
I don't know.
Portuguese team and it's as good as it's ever been, near enough, you know.
Yeah, right
Some
now,
say
one of the
some
best
say
ever players to ever play the game.
well, some say Ronaldo's actually holding that team back, you know, because he is a very self-centered, greedy player. He's world class. Don't get me wrong; he's the second best player to have ever played the sport, behind Lionel Messi, in my opinion. But if you want the likes of Bruno Fernandes to reach his full level, along with the likes of Jota and other people, maybe Ronaldo needs to step aside. Like Sweden done better than they ever have without Zlatan, nearly. You know, and now he's come back. I think that's a mistake from the Sweden national team to actually.
I mean, I wouldn't put Zlatan in the same bracket as Ronaldo.
No, but still, when you're comparing him to Ronaldo, Portugal have a better talent.
You're talking
threshold. Sweden do not.
Yeah, I mean, you are talking about pushing aside like the leading goal scorer out of your national team at the top two greatest players ever to play the game.
Yeah,
and you're talking about pushing him out. I think. I mean, I don't know.
I can't say much about Ibrahimovic being 39 playing for Sweden because they're still churning out a 35-year-old Seb Larsson. So he's still getting game time for the national team. So he can't
just an old man's Ward Prowse, isn't he?
Yeah. Bit better than JWP though, in my opinion.
But yeah, if I was out to pick, no,
I can see you struggling.
Guardiola, as long as he doesn't play like he did in Barca.
Okay, so the Bayern Munich and Man City Guardiola, yeah.
Now I think about it.
Not the Guardiola that created the best club football team we've ever seen. No,
the most boring one. No, greatest boring team ever. I don't. That is such a tough question. I really appreciate what they both do bring. I know I'm banging Guardiola because I just hated that Barca team. It was boring to watch for me. But yeah, that's such a tough question. Guardiola, Guardiola, go with
Guardiola. Okay, you go Guardiola. I'll go Mourinho. Let's move into the facts at the end of the podcast because we don't want this to be too much longer. I'll start then, Half, because you say you've got a good old fact. But
it's a weird one.
My fact again is a question, so I want you to try and answer it.
Yeah.
There's only one player to receive a red card on his birthday during a World Cup final. So during the group stages, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, around the 16, the final. There's only one player to ever have received a red card during the World Cup tournament on his birthday. He came on as a sub. You know, he came on as a sub as his team were trailing 1-0 to Nigeria in the 1994 World Cup. So it's a bit of time ago. You've heard of this man, legend. This man was he was an Italian and he only ever played 12 minutes of World Cup football because he came off the bench when Italy were losing 1-0 to Nigeria. And 12 minutes later, he got a red card. He was there. He was in tears. They actually lost the final of that World Cup 3-2 to Brazil. But if they had won it, this man would have played 12 minutes of international football at a World Cup final. Sorry. He got a red card on his birthday, 12 minutes into his World Cup finals debut. Never played for the team again in a major tournament, I believe, or in the World Cup at least. Can you guess who this man is? I'll give you a clue. He's a Chelsea legend.
Oh, yeah, narrows it down. Gianfranco Zola?
It is. Gianfranco Zola got a red card on his birthday, 12 minutes after coming on as a sub 1-0 down to Nigeria. He was in tears. I've seen the video. I've seen the footage. I was 2, so I didn't
Wow.
watch it live. Yeah, he was crying. They lost 3-2 to Brazil in the final, but I just think Gianfranco Zola was one of the greatest players I've ever seen myself. Like, I've seen him play. Had a Zola 25 shirt. Loved the guy, I think. And that stat just really surprised me. Like, obviously, it was on his birthday as well, which is incredible, but
Yeah, that
one
is
of them
mental. I
players
mean,
that,
I don't know if you ever listened to Leon Knight talk. He's an ex-professional,
yeah.
played, it was at Chelsea's youth team.
Mm.
And then I think he made the step to, he was training with the first team, and he goes on about how good Zola actually was just
Yeah.
to be in a training session with him. And you hear that a lot, don't you, about, oh,
Yeah,
mate, you
yeah.
want to see him
About
in
players like
training.
that.
But yeah, Leon Knight was obviously quite a very good player.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to hear him talk about what he thinks of Zola was incredible. Some of the stuff he just said he'd never seen anything like it before.
I
But
mean,
yeah, I think he was quite a very good player.
even in his mid-20s, he looked 45. Gianfranco Zola did, you know, he always
Yeah, you
had
just
that
never seen.
face
He
of an
still
old.
looks good now, doesn't he?
Still looks, you know, obviously went on to manage some Premier League teams, but one of the best moments was that FA Cup goal against Norwich, I believe, you know, where the corners come in, he's run near post, done the flick between his legs.
Yeah,
You know, that one where he goes like this, flicks it, top bins, beautiful goal.
yeah,
Underrated
yeah.
player, I think. One of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I don't think people
He,
appreciated
he
him
he
enough.
also managed one of the best moments of football I've ever seen
That Watford
in
Leicester.
Watford Leicester. Yeah,
When
that was
Leicester had
incredible.
that penalty and then up the other end, Troy Deeney scores. He was the
Yeah,
Watford manager. Yep.
love that. That was mental.
Amazing moment in football again.
Um,
Let's hear your
my
fact then, Harv.
my fact is it's a really weird fact. It's really weird. Now, there is only one Premier League winner
Mm.
with a surname made entirely of Roman numerals. Do you know who it is?
No.
That Vidic.
Vidic. Oh, I was thinking, I got there. I got Vieira, and I was like, it's got to be someone with a V in their name.
Vidic.
Okay.
V is 5.
Yep.
I is 1.
One.
D is 500. C is 100.
Yep.
I,
Obviously. Yeah. That's wow.
just that is a really it's out there, isn't it? I must say it is.
Wow.
I can't. I was trying to think of other
Yeah.
players, thinking there can't just be that. That seems.
Yeah, that seems a bit. There's got to be players with like 3 letters in their names.
Yeah, I just couldn't seem to think. But
I mean, that's just his last name. You're not including his first name. Otherwise, is O
no,
anything?
it
What's
was
O in Roman numerals? Is that not? Because I was thinking Divock for Origi. So
no. I mean, it did say surname, just say surname. But
enough.
yeah, I think it's still still pretty mental.
That's proper different fact. That.
Yeah, yeah, it's out there, isn't it? It is different. But yeah, that's it. Make sure we stay tuned next week because we have got something
hopefully
big.
got some news coming. Hopefully, we'll see.
Something nice and big.
We got a lot of things happening on the podcast. Hopefully, we can be bringing another giveaway soon. Thanks to the team over at Surprise Shirts for supplying that amazing prize for our winner this week on Twitter. Hopefully, we see the picture of what shirt they get, and we will be partnering with them again to bring another giveaway with Surprise Shirts. Thanks for all the new followers on Twitter, all the new listeners, and it's bye from me. And it's bye from you.
And me. Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Cheers. See you in a bit.